What's up?
What time is it?
What time is it? It's time for you to have some kids.
You see, children, he's a biological clock. That's why he says all those mean things.
Yeah, Candy, you need to hurry up, because you ain't got enough eggs to make a 2-egg omelet.
Shut up, you liar. L-I-A-R, liar. Now tell him a little poem before I buy a swatch.
No problem. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 8. You said your period was late. The next day he moved to the next state. Hey.
Wow, that was a clip from one of the most legendary, iconic variety comedy skit shows ever created in living color. And that was featuring Jamie Foxx, who's gone on to become an Oscar Award winner. And also the voice that you heard is one of my favorite people who were on this show because she was so brave and different and it just didn't seem like a likely cast member at that time. And then she carved her own path. And she's here with us today. The one and only Ali Wentworth is here.
Thank you.
Ali, what up?
I'd like Oscar winner before my name next time, possibly.
I mean, have you won one yet?
I haven't won one, but I watch it every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay.
maybe someday.
Do you watch with aspirations of being on?
No. I know. I stay in my lane. You know what I mean? Like, I do my little thing, and then I get dinner ready and, make love to my husband. And
make love to George, right?
To George.
George.
Well, yes.
Is George like...
George Clooney.
No, I admire your husband, George Stephanopoulos. I came in the game as a broadcast journalist, well, as an artist first, and then radio, and then I worked with him TV News for like 17 years. And
yes,
he's one of those people that I looked up to and kind of like stole his style.
You did,
yeah.
I don't see that when I look at you.
No, not at the exterior.
I wish he wore that kind of stuff.
Really? Well, look at the shirt.
I want George wear that.
You want George to wear an NWA t-shirt?
The thing is that George knows how to wear a suit and he knows how to wear workout clothes. He doesn't know how to dress like I always say, like, oh, great, baby gap, because he doesn't know how to just wear jeans and a t-shirt. It's just for some reason he didn't get that gene.
Does he tuck his button down like when he tries to be casual? Like you see politicians whenever they try to go casual,
it goes
the
wrong.
Jeans and the belt and they tuck the shirt in.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Does he do that?
I think if he's being casual, I pull it out.
Okay.
Okay. So to speak.
You'll pull it out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
right.
Yeah. I'll fluff him up a little. I'll make him look, mess up his hair. Kind of make him look like a normal human being.
Like a normal human being.
Although I don't get to see him very often. I feel like he's on TV 24/7 with this news cycle.
Yeah.
I kiss the TV at night.
I
love you so much.
He kissed the TV at night. You're no longer kissing him. George looked like
he's one-dimensional to me.
Yes, he seemed like he's a slayer behind closed doors.
Ooh,
like in the bedroom.
Define slayer.
Oh my, yeah, he's Mediterranean. He's Greek.
He's Greek?
Those are creative people.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I've never been with a Greek dude.
Really?
No.
Well, I'm not going to offer you mine, but there are if you go to the island of Crete, there's sheep and Greek men, and you can take your pick because they certainly do.
A nice buffet.
Yeah. No, you should try dating a Greek man.
Huh. So what is there to look forward to? Like when you guys go out on dates, where is his creativity come in?
His creativity, he's a great audience member. And so if you're somebody that likes to perform, you don't want to be with another performer. Yeah. You want to be with somebody that just laughs. Like he's never allowed to say, you know what would be really funny? Because I go, oh, really? Do you know what would be a better newscast story? Would be a better way to read the news? It's like you're not funny at all. So you need to shut up about the comedy. But it's like I couldn't be. I don't know what it'd be like to be with another person like me. Which, by the way, I'm sure if he were, dating Diane Sawyer, that wouldn't be a lot of fun. Yeah. I mean, they're not, a little too serious. But yeah, it works. Me and Jamie Foxx. I don't know.
That wouldn't work.
I don't know. I don't know.
Did y'all try it?
I feel like he'd be threatened by me. No, Jamie's pretty cool. I mean, Jamie's not like on all the time, so that I guess Carrot Top wouldn't be the right person for me, just because it'd be a lot.
It'd be a lot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're on all the time?
I'm not on all the time, but I like to talk, and I like to kind of, I talk a lot in bed too.
Yeah.
So,
in bed?
Yeah.
During sex or just in general?
Sometimes during sex, I'll say, oh, my God, you know what? Here's the funniest thing. So did you see that thing with Jerry Seinfeld on the red carpet with Kesha? So
I'm guessing you're getting asked about that a lot because you starred in the Soup Nazi episode.
I just got asked about it today because it's like playing all over the news.
Yeah.
And I first of all, I think Jerry was right. I mean, I don't know. You're doing an interview on the red carpet and somebody just walks in. You don't know who they are. You've never met them and they want a hug. And by the way, the hug thing it's
Invasive.
It's invasive. And also it's like, if you'd never met this person, it's a little weird, I think.
But what about because sometimes Europeans, they'll give you the double kiss and things like that. And that's almost.
I'm tired of the European card. You know what I mean? Oh, we're European. We sleep with a great many people when we're married. I mean, I don't know what that means. We're all European in some way.
Okay, well, can you clear up? Because some people have also said that Seinfeld is also a very germophobic person.
I mean, I can't verify if that's true or not. He's a friend of mine. I've never seen I'd ever seen him freak out over germs at all. But I mean, I if anybody, and by the way, I'm a F-list celebrity. If anybody came up to me, that I didn't know and tried to hug me, I would probably do the same thing.
Especially during the interview.
Unless they were hot.
It's red carpet etiquette, though.
It is red carpet etiquette.
That's what Sway
Also,
said.
he's talking about meditation, like he's there for a purpose.
Yeah.
And I was uncomfortable watching it.
Yeah.
For her.
I thought he handled it well.
He handled it well. And by the way, if you say to somebody, "Can I have a hug?" and they say no, you don't keep grinding.
Don't say
you know what I mean?
please. Yes,
It's like, honey,
And she kept inching closer, like, come on, like she was just gonna eventually get to him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
and he was backing away.
It just made it worse.
Yeah.
That's what you call celebrity entitlement. Your privilege is, you think because you're a celebrity that you can walk up on anybody,
Right.
and you get that liberty to hug them,
Yeah,
and touch them.
no.
Can I get a hug though?
Well, you can.
Hey, all right. Ali Wentworth is here. We're gonna come back and talk about Nightcap and open up the phone lines 888-742-3345.
People are calling in.
People are gonna call in, Ali. Yeah.
It been that day for me. Yeah. Hey, I remember, sir.
How's it going? Guess what? It's my little girl's wedding day. Isn't she a vision of loveliness? Daddy's precious little Buddha. Get out of here!
The bride and groom have elected to write their own vows.
Tyrell, I think you're great. And I promise to stop chewing loud and making you mad. And I promise not to sleep with any more of your friends. Except when you tell me to.
Kind of was just having that conversation off mic right there, right? That's one of the funniest clips from Living Color and Living Color Dysfunctional Home with Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Is he an Oscar Award winner? Yeah. No, but
No.
damn it, he should be.
Could
right?
be. Might be. Yeah.
For you, like when you look back, it's no way of knowing what was assembled in terms of all these talented comedians that came together, and everybody has gone off to do great things. Did you had no idea, right? What was it
No
like?
idea.
Yeah.
No, it was my first job, my first professional job. And so I for me, it was a paycheck. I could pay my rent. And I knew that they were talented. I sort of would be in awe. I mean, when we would rehearse and stuff, sketches, I just was in awe of like how funny, how great they were. And David Allen Greer and Jamie were so great to me, and Keenan about just like helping me and don't be nervous and do your thing and come up with character, all that. So it was the hardest job I've ever had, but it was also the best job I ever had.
Wow.
And also, it's so funny, even listening to those clips, I just don't think you could do that show now. You know what I mean? It's like, what's happening in our world right now? You can't say anything. You can't do anything. Everything is scrutinized. There's so much hate. You could never make fun the way we made fun back then. I mean, even when I used to do Cher a lot.
Yeah.
I once got a letter from her that said, "Kiss my ass, Cher." It's
really?
Yeah. But she was, but she wasn't like, I'm going to call my lawyers and defamation of character.
Yeah.
Obviously the writers wrote, nasty stuff about her and I played her, but she had a sense of humor about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, so she wasn't mad. She was just like, kiss my ass.
She's like, kiss my ass, you know.
That's great.
But I just think you couldn't do it now. First of all, the network wouldn't let us do half the stuff we did back then. But also, I think now audiences are so primed to jump on anything. You know what I mean?
So what did you think when Kathy Griffin got so much backlash from the picture she posted with the sawed-off head of President Trump?
Well, I think a few different things. One is, first of all, it has to be funny.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean? Like, you can get away with a lot if it's funny. So I didn't think it was funny. It was very kind of gruesome and shocking when I saw the image. You know, I think it was a misread on her point, on her part. I just, you know, it wasn't, she knows better than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know Kathy. She knows better than that. Also, for me, I think a lot of comedians, the way they go after Trump, you know, you don't want to be on his level. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be a bully and sort of confront him that way. It's like when they attack Melania, it's like, don't bully the wife. It's all. Then you're him. Like, that's not the way to do it. You know, I think Chris Rock is really, really good at doing kind of political comedy that way, where he doesn't necessarily pick a side, even though you know what side he's on. But he's there's a way to do it, and Kathy misread the situation, and but then again, you know, the punishment is pretty damn severe. I mean, what happens is, as an artist, you go, oh my God, I got to be careful. Like, I don't want to hurt my own brand. Like, what can I do? What can I not do? And you know, that scares me a little bit.
So then, does the creative suffer? Because if now with everything, like you said, you have to think about so much.
Yeah, the creative suffers, definitely. But I think it suffers on all sides. You know, you think about the Parisian publication when they would do the cartoons and the terrorists. I mean, it's like everybody's afraid to do everything. You know what I mean? It's like you have to be careful, because it's not a world where people just go, well, I disagree with you. This is a world where it's like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to... you know, I'm going to take you down. I'm going to destroy you.
So then how much time as an executive producer, then not just as an artist, as an executive producer, do you go over material just 1,000 times more now? Because
I do.
You do for Nightcap?
I do, but I don't like it, but I do. You know, I do. I mean, look, I know that the network will probably kill it anyway, but you know, you have to you have constantly think like, you know, is this going to upset this? Is this going to make this mad? Is this and I'm talking about stuff that's pretty tame, innocuous stuff. You know, I tried to get Marla Maples on, and it was actually not a mean thing at all. The storyline was that basically she comes on, and Jimmy, the host you never meet, wants to grill her about her ex-husband, and she won't do it. So she's like, well, I'd love to do some trampoline stuff. I'm really good on the, you know, and as a talent booker, I'm like, no, that could be good. You know, and she's like, and then maybe I could do a cooking segment. And we're like, oh, maybe. But, you know, obviously the storyline was, you know, we wanted her to talk about, anyway. So Marla said yes. And then, of course, understandably so, freaked out, didn't want to do it. And wow. I just thought, wow, everybody's nervous about everything. You know what I mean? And it wasn't, we never said the word Trump. Like, it was not about being mean-spirited or anything. It was just, it was more about how the entertainment industry, you know, that you know, if you're booked on a talk show, that's what they're going to talk about. They're not interested. And it was about her kind of sweetness and naivete saying, you know, maybe I could sing a song or, you know, anyway, so.
That's really how it is.
It's really how it is. Yeah.
They vet you before they put you on that couch. You're not just getting on that couch no more, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No, and I've, you know, listen, I've learned my lesson being married to George. You know, when we were first married, nobody cared what I thought, or, you know, and suddenly I would say things that I thought were funny, and he would get in trouble. You know, I remember the Page Six, when we were first married, wrote the story saying that we were getting divorced, and George was embedded with the troops in North Korea, blah blah, and
doing something,
and I couldn't reach him, and some journalist got my cell phone number from the Washington Post and said, "What do you think about this story about you and George getting divorced?" I said, "You show me a married couple that has sex twice a day that's getting divorced," which was my way of dealing with it, just being, you know, being silly. And it got picked up. I mean, George was calling me from North Korea, like, what the hell did you say? My mother's like, you get out a pen and you write a letter to your husband. You tell him you will be obedient from this day forth, you know. And I was like, oh my God. Obedient. But it was like, as a performer, you just say stuff like that, you know. You're making a point, but, you know.
That made George look great, though. I mean, come on.
That's what Allie was thinking.
I know what I was thinking, and it was true. And I was like, I don't think, you know, Tim Russert was hosting Meet the Press. I don't think he would get on twice a day. But that's what I mean. That was the first time I was like, oh my God, I have to be careful about what I say. And, you know, because then people attack George over it. And, you know, so it's unfortunate that we all have to be so careful about everything. And people misread stuff too now. You can take a piece of something and, you know, say it's this and it's not, and everyone's got phones and everything's viral.
Alternative, and fake news, alternative facts. Let me say this: Nightcap season 2 is premiering tonight on Pop TV at 8 p.m. I just want to make sure we say that.
Oh, that's right. That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here.
I'm not running for office.
Okay,
Right.
Okay, cool. DB is our movie buff, and Tracy G actually digs and gets a lot of information about people like you. Mm-hmm. You guys go.
Well, something came to mind when we were speaking about Jim Carrey, and I'm not sure if you've been reading about why he's in the news, but unfortunately, when his girlfriend took her life, it's being reported that he now has to go to trial because the family is trying to pin him as an influencer.
Right.
And I'm wondering, in a situation like that, with someone that you've once worked with, does it feel like obligatory to give them a call, or is it like, this is in the news, I'm sure they don't want me to call them?
It depends on the person. Okay. You know, I haven't spoken to Jim in years, so it seems inappropriate for me to, you know, to call him or email him, especially because, again, in this world, you know, it looks like I'm trying to get info out of him, or I'm going to, you know, I've had other people. Certainly, I'm trying to think, not from In Living Color, but I've had other sort of celeb friends that maybe are going through something, and I send an email and I go, you know, this wraps fish. Don't even worry about it. You're great, you know. But it's hard. I mean, it's hard. Like the thing with the Jim Carrey stories, I don't know the truth at all. Yeah. But I just see like girlfriend suicide pills, and I go, oh, poor Jim. No matter what the story is, you know what I mean? That's just that he's got the beard and he looks like the Unabomber, and I go, oh, what happened? What happened there? So
it's different.
Ali Wentworth, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy, now I'm in trouble, right? Now I'm in trouble.
I'm making sure they know who said it.
DB Saber.
No, I had a question about Nightcap, because you were talking about how shows are much different than they were in the past, and because I think it was Jennifer Aniston said that they couldn't even make friends nowadays because people don't even interact the same way they used to. Everybody's on their phones. Right. Nothing's personal. With your show, watching Nightcap, it seems like you're allowed to make fun of what you're not allowed to do on the show and the restrictions implemented by the network. And you have this guy Davis who comes in and he's saying like, well, the network wants to do this, and it's almost like you can say what actually happens behind the scenes being part of the creative input. I mean, is that kind of the liberty you get to take?
Yes, that's my sneaky way of doing what we're not allowed to do anymore. Yes. You know, this season we brought in Davis because we needed that kind of network buffer who says you can't do this, you can't do that. Especially because some of our storylines are kind of outrageous. You know, I think Alec Baldwin and his wife want to have a 3-way with me, and I misread it. And I make a fool of myself, and they're
put the carcinoma band-aid.
Yes, they think I have cancer, and I don't. I had a mole removed, and so they're being really nice to me, and I think it's because they want to sleep with me. And then I am in lingerie, and they're so grossed out at the idea of having sex with me. They're like, "Oh my God, no, we would never have sex with you." Yeah. So I mean, you know, those kind of storylines. I'll give you another example. I mean, it's not a political show, but Julianne Moore is very anti-gun.
Yeah.
And so when she said, you know, she'd do the show, I thought, well, I want to use that in some way. And so the security guard, who's an idiot on the show, he tries to get his gun license and fails miserably, but ultimately ends up shooting Julianne Moore in the leg. So, you know, it's like there's a way to craft it so you're like kind of not going to get in trouble because it's a great zany show. But, you know, yeah, you do kind of use that stuff. And then you get the straight guy so that, you know, he gets to be the voice of the people that go, I think this is really inappropriate.
It cleans it up.
Yeah,
you need somebody to need a fake guy to clean it up.
That's exactly
right. All right. We got Ali Wentworth here on the line from California, Lafayette. What up?
Lafayette.
Hello. It's me, Lafayette from California. Miss Ali, you know, I love you on Living Color, and I like when you play Fire Marshal Bill's wife. When y'all get the organ, then you're like, okay, I'm gonna drop the bomb, and then you come riding the bomb down and just blow Fire Marshal Bill. It's just so hilarious. I just love your comedy. You know, you got a deep level of comedy, and I seen that Night Court too. You funny. You really funny. You one of the hilarious people in the world.
All right.
Thank you.
Was that Fire Marshal Bill?
That was my dad.
I don't know where that was going, man. Deetra, what up? Let me hear your voice.
Hey, Sway, how you doing?
Okay, she sounds regular. Okay, go ahead. Deetra in Dallas, go ahead.
Wow. Hi, Ellie. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good, girl. I was just calling to let you know I really love you, girl. You were really funny.
Thank you.
I love the episode when you were on Martin. That was really crazy. When you were the wedding coordinator on there.
That wasn't the
other lady from the Living Color.
Well, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Either way to go, you still good, girl. But no, what I was talking about was about you know how that's not funny.
It was.
All white people look alike.
Yeah, watch Nightcap tonight on Pop TV.
Wow. This was the greatest.
I don't even want you to leave.
Do we field the calls or no? We just let anybody call in.
You know, that's what. See, here is live. I'm
yeah.
Like, yeah.
So anybody. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I got it. All right.
Plus, Trev, this is second day on the job.
It's your second day? Well, it might be your last. Thank you for coming.
All right, well, listen, I want to thank you for coming by.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
So awesome to have you on our show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Gigantic fan. I loved you on Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
I loved you on Will and Grace.
Thank you. Thank you, Ali Wentworth. Don't forget, Nightcap tonight, Season 2 premiere, 8 p.m. on Pop TV. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell George he has a fan in us.
Oh, thank you. I will.
Absolutely.
I
Sway
will.
in the morning.
It's Sway in the morning. Only on Shade 45. Kilo.